What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and how to make 2017 your best financial year ever. Hey, this is Andrew from Humble Apprentice. First, thank you for clicking on this very first video of our brand new YouTube channel and soon to be blog. And I also want to wish you a very happy new year. Today is January 8th that we're filming this, so it's a brand new year and there are a lot of good things to look forward to. If you find value in this video, I want to encourage you to hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos like this. Now, I don't know if you believe in New Year's resolutions or not. Some people do, some people don't. Some people say that they're empty promises that people never fulfill. You know, people make New Year's resolutions to start going to the gym, and after 2-3 weeks, they're not going to the gym anymore. Or they make a goal to go on a diet, and then they give up on the diet after a week. I personally believe in New Year's resolutions because I think it's great motivation for achieving positive change in people's lives. Improving your financial future is a worthwhile goal for 2017, and I'm going to ask you a few questions right now. Do you have debt that you don't know how you're going to pay off? Have you ever been refused for a loan? Do you ever have too much month at the end of the money? In other words, you get to the end of the month and you still have bills left to pay, you still have food left to buy, you still have expenses left to account for, you just don't have any money left. Well, I have, and it sucks. And I eventually got to a point where I just figured that this is how it's going to be, because I lived like that for a long time and I didn't know anything different. And some people might be okay with that, and I was at that point. These could be symptoms of a big problem. And I'm actually going to read some statistics for you right now. In 2015, there were over 800,000 people who filed bankruptcy, and that may include businesses also. In 2015, there were 43.1 million people in poverty, and as of January 2015, there were over 500,000 homeless people in the United States. They say that we're all on a path somewhere. At any given point in time, you're at a stop on that path. When you're at work, you're at a stop on your path. The person next to you, they're at a stop on their path. You see somebody you know at the grocery store, they're at a stop on their path. Everybody is on a path, and if you look at a specific number of stops on someone's path, you can pretty much predict where they're going to go. If somebody ends up in prison, somebody who knows that person say, well, that figures, because they've seen different stops on that person's path. They've seen when they started using drugs to when they became violent, and so on and so on and so on. So you can choose that path, but then there's also the flip side to that. There's someone who graduates high school and then goes on to college and majors in finance and goes to get a master's degree and then gets a job in the finance world, and that's their path, and you can predict where they're going to end up. So we're all on a path. Now, 10, 11 years ago, I had credit card debt that I didn't know how I was going to pay. I was routinely turned down for loans. I was always at the end of the month with no money. Now, what path was I on? The best thing that I ever did was recognize what path I was on and then decide to make a change. I got off that path and got onto a better path, and anybody can do it. What would it be like if you didn't have debt? What would it be like if you got approved for every loan that you applied for? What would it be like if you got to the end of the month with money left over and all your bills paid? I changed my path, and anybody can. And I'm going to tell you what you can do today for free, quickly, easily. And I tell you, the one thing that I did was that I just decided that I wasn't going to live like that anymore. It has to start up here. It has to start in your mind, because if you don't decide, then you're not going to take the action that you need to take. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I actually smoked for better part of my 20s. And what would happen is I would say, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit tomorrow. I'm not going to smoke anymore. And that would last a day, maybe two. And then I would go right back to smoking. The reason was that it was just lip service. I hadn't really made up my mind that I was going to quit. I knew that I needed to quit. I knew that it was the right thing to do, but I hadn't decided. And you'll know the difference when you make the decision, because when you decide to do something new, the old way is no longer an option. So when I quit smoking, I knew that I had quit because smoking was no longer an option. And you have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, and the devil saying, go and smoke a cigarette. And I thought to myself, I really, really, really want a cigarette. But I'd made up my mind. I knew that if I smoked another cigarette that I would be right back at square one. And I had already made up my mind that I was going to quit, and that was that. It doesn't take long to make up your mind. Change happens like that. So I want to know, does this resonate with you? What's stopping you from making up your mind? I want to know what your issues are. And if you have questions, ask questions in the comments too. I'd love to address your questions in future videos. I mean that, guys. I'm happy to share my journey with you. Feel free to ask me any questions that you might have. I also want to know what your biggest challenge or obstacle is to changing or improving your financial life. Let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, feel free to hit the like button. If you like this video and you want to get more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom and they'll come straight to your inbox. I'm going to put a link to the blog and Facebook in the description. Be sure and head over to Facebook and like us over there. Twitter and Instagram are coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, so let's make this your best financial year ever. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.